Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to Cocktails, Dirty Discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Okay, today's cocktail is called the Quarantine. The ingredients that you need for the Quarantine, man. You need Tito's vodka. You need some honey. You need sweetened lime juice and a fresh lime, 2 lemons, some ginger beer, and those are all of our ingredients. So we actually made this one. That's why I'm like looking to see what we put in it. So what we did was we juiced the lemon, juiced the lime, put a little bit of honey in, whisked it, and then put a shot of Tito's, a shot of ginger beer, and a little dash of the sweetened lime juice. And we just poured it onto the ice, each thing. At first, it was very strong.
Yes, it was. Medina is a heavy pourer, and I'm just not sure why she thought she wasn't. I don't know, but I think the recipe itself, maybe if we had more honey.
Maybe more honey, but we put a lot of lemon in there because, you know, that's a natural detox, and it boosts your immune system. That's really why we came up with the quarantine. You know, man, a bomba clot.
Okay, so welcome back to Weird Sex. As you can see and hopefully not hear so much, we are not recording at the studio this week. I heard a little rumor, but we don't even have to put that out there.
Girl.
But we're not recording at the studio. We're recording in my apartment. That's what you're seeing right now, but we didn't want to leave you guys hanging.
But you know what I love about it?
What?
I love that it's like, this is how we started, and you can't never be too afraid to go back and do what you got to do.
Yeah, and upgrade your equipment. Okay, so how has your week been?
My week has been good.
When's the last time we recorded? Did we record last
We
week
definitely
in the
did.
studio?
It just feels like, isn't it crazy that we've only been quarantined 2 days, and it's like everyone's like, what day is it?
And this is my first quarantine day.
This is my
I
second.
had to work yesterday.
Not me, but
I was out of town.
my week has been good. It's only 2 days in, but this quarantine stuff, I went to prepare for it, and I didn't prepare for it that well. So tomorrow, hopefully I can get in there, and I had to buy dude wipes because
Why?
they were all out of toilet paper.
Oh, I got some from Walgreens downtown. Some of the drugstores have it, and I think people have not been rating them as much as the other places. I don't know, but I think that has something to do with it.
I took some from work before I left.
I thought about that too.
Yeah, I did. I was like, let me take a couple, so I'm good. Went on a date. I went on a very fun date. And, just been trying to stay healthy, and that's it.
I've been trying to live my life like it's my best life. In case, this is the end of the world. I went out of town last week to see my family and some other things. Drea actually invited me a long time ago, and so we were going to go, and we were going to go to a concert on Saturday. Do you know Genuine is still performing?
Elgin Lumpkin.
Yes. Genuine, Avant, Drew Hill, and some group called H-Town.
Drew.
Yes. I know. So one of our other friends invited us, and so the tickets were cheap. Like, you can be in the front row, $400. This is before the flights.
Did you say $400?
For
Ma'am, I was about to say, who's paying that for Drew Hill, Avant, and Genuine?
No.
Okay.
So we were going to go to that concert, and then I've never been to the Houston Rodeo. Have you?
No.
Okay. So from what I gather, it seems like the Rodeo Carnival is like the state fair is for us.
Okay.
So I wanted to go to that and just experience it. Beyonce always talked about going to the rodeo. I want to go.
Was it fun?
Everything was canceled because of Corona. Well, the concert wasn't canceled, but then Drea ended up missing her first flight. So then she got in late the second day. So she was going to miss it. So it's just like, well, and we were going to get her from the airport. So we didn't end up doing that.
Dang, you really talked it up.
I
thought you were about to
I thought it was going to be great, but the people are pissed. Like, all the rodeo people, like, those people spend so much money every year. I could not imagine.
Surely they have something set in place where they're getting money back.
Not always. Like, the rodeo itself, but I mean, like, the people who have been preparing to go to the rodeo and, like, compete with their animals and things. Like, for an event, for like the rodeo itself, you need event insurance. And this is why they tell you sometimes to purchase event insurance.
And people be like, ain't nothing gonna happen. Corona walked up in that bitch like, what ain't gonna happen?
And then you just never know if it's gonna be covered or not. It's just a big mess. Anyway, didn't go to any of that, but I still had a good time in Houston. I did see my dad. And I was wondering, like, if he was really worried about it, because, you know, he's sick. So I wasn't sure. And he's just like, the amount of people that were carrying on like it was nothing, it was like, at first, I didn't really notice. But then as I'm hearing more and more alarming
At first, I was carrying on like it was nothing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I was like, this shit is stupid. And now I'm actually like...
Or I didn't think it was that serious. And I wasn't thinking about like how, okay, me and you, if we get it, we'll probably recover. It'll be fine. So it's no worry. But then it's like, well, I don't know what you have planned. What if you were going to like feed the elderly tomorrow and you're carrying it and we both think that we're okay, and then you go to the place
and you're a home murderer now. Yeah.
I just wasn't thinking about all of that. I'm glad that, you know, changed my mind a little bit. I was still participating in some risky behavior. That'll be in the
we're gonna hear about that.
Not today. You'll hear about it in the premium cocktails. If you are signed up, follow the link below, patreon.com/cocktails, and this one will be at the $15 level. So
y'all, when I tell you, Kiki, she's already started living her life to get some great little premium stuff for cocktails. But I am about to start doing the same.
Too.
I fell off a little bit.
Stories you haven't shared that you could do too.
That would be premium.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to say was when they said that we were going to be quarantined, and I realized I didn't have to go into the office on Monday. My friend Cola and I, who also does my hair, we decided to have a crab boil. You really got me hooked on doing the crab boils, and I'm getting better and better at the sauce, bruh. I made that little sauce, and I was, you know, you freaking you have the base recipe, but then you do your own little thing.
You gotta put your own little
girl. It was so good. We did a crab boil, and then we had a black girl movie night. We ended up not watching any movies, and we were supposed to watch Set It Off. I've just been like in a black movie kind of theme, and so, but we didn't watch it because we started doing my hair, and then we were eating, and we got drunk, and we did some bonus content for Patreon. So make sure y'all download it, get in that thing, because we got some stuff for y'all that we ain't been telling y'all on the show.
What else did I want to tell you? Dang, I forgot. Oh well. The Truth or Drink. We're gonna record one together. I did one already. I was in the process of editing it earlier today, but it's long. It's like 2.5 hours.
I'm scared. How y'all were drinking that long?
Well, I was answering a lot of questions, so I wasn't even getting to take the shots. Then at some point, I just started taking shots because I was like, well, I want to drink through this. And then he did ask some questions that I chose not to answer so that I could take more shots. The whole video will not be that long. It's going to be like 15, 20 minutes. Okay. I'm just cutting out a bunch of stuff. But as I'm going through trying to pick it out, I'm like, this was a long time.
That is long.
I'm still ain't edited it, and I talked to y'all about it last week, and I'm still making my way through. I think I've made it through an hour. So just pray for me. But since we're home, it'll be a lot easier. Not that I wouldn't be doing it at work. I'm just playing. I forgot they'd be watching these videos. Hey. Okay.
I'm going to make a round 2.
Okay. So we can move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
So, in the wake of the coronavirus, I know that many of you may be concerned, or probably not that concerned, honestly, about your sex lives. So I was looking online, and I'm like, obviously, if this is something that you are going to contract from another person, sex seems to be a no-no. So here's some suggestions. These are not mine. These are from Bedsider. I doubt you guys will do them, but I couldn't find anything crazy. And I just thought I would share. I know I was, and I'm still gonna do it. All right. You find the website. I thought I had all my tabs open. Should I serve him this stale cookie? Sex in the time of the coronavirus. Okay. So the first suggestion is to skip sex parties. Now, while you may be having sex with your partner, you should probably skip the sex parties for obvious reasons. If I have to explain it to you, go to bedsider.org and read more. And be cautious with bodily fluids. Maybe limit the ones that you are guzzling down your throat or offering up. Maybe don't ask anyone to spit in your mouth. They also suggest that we just FaceTime and Skype. I don't know who's doing that unless your partner is out of town. Maybe I'll do that tonight, but too much vodka. Okay, now that we're back from commercial break. Get an Alaskan king bed. Do you know how big that is?
It sounds big. Is that bigger?
9 feet.
Is that bigger than California king bed?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I've been in one of those. Okay, and the last one is to keep it cute and go solo. Just masturbate, clean your sex toys. Those things need to be clean. I'm sure none of you guys are going to take these suggestions, and I would like to know which one of you guys has the money for the Alaskan king bed. Those things are thousands and
slide in my
dollars.
DM. Buy me one and you one.
I'm like, I don't even have room. Am I going to be able to make it to my bathroom? Like, my God. Anyway, but all jokes aside, I thought that this article was funny because nobody's doing this shit, number one. Number two, I do hope that you guys are being safe. I'm sure you're still going to fuck, but maybe just limit your one-night stands. But if you do have one, please send it in with the subject line Corona cocktail, please, so that we know that they're timely. And now we can get back to the show.
The funny thing about like all the precautions that we should be taking, really we should have always been taking. Yeah. But that now everyone
especially
is like
washing your hands.
Especially
in
now,
the bathroom.
And now I think it's funny
not
like
doing that?
When you run into people in the bathroom, now everyone's looking at each other like making sure you see me wash. I'm singing the happy birthday song, god damn it. But like everybody's like, yeah, take these precautions for corona and like sex while corona. But it's like, bruh.
The amount of places that I've been, my job included, where they are posting signs about washing your hands for 20 seconds, not touching the doors, and using a paper towel, or if they have the little foot thing to open the door with, use that instead of your hands. And I'm just like, what the fuck have y'all been doing? How
what y'all been doing?
Motherfuckers has it been? Because I know I've caught people in the bathroom before who came out. I know that they blew it up in the stall, and they come out, they look at themselves, and they walk out. And one lady had the nerve to tell me, "Well, I have hand sanitizer."
That is not the same. It's not.
That's in case of emergency thing.
I feel like hand sanitizer doesn't really like wash it off.
It does.
And then if you don't let the hand sanitizer dry, it didn't work at all. You need your hands to be dry, but. Whatever, y'all safe sex it up, safe quarantine it up. We gonna play a little game real quick. It's just called questions. That's what this game is called.
They really are just questions. Okay, you want to go first?
I will go first.
All right.
What is a lie you told and got caught in the lie?
I've gotten caught in so many lies. Let me think. A lie I told and got caught in. Where I was one time when I was trying to be sneaky, and I forgot that that he knew some people. The guy that I was lying to, I forgot that he knew one of the people that I was out with. And I was like, oh, I didn't go anywhere. I was at home. Well, such and such said they saw you.
This must have been before social media.
But neither of us were on social media. Oh. He didn't find out from social media. He found out because that was somebody he was cool with, and they just coincidentally ran into each other and were talking. And he was like, "Oh, I saw Kiki. Oh, when'd you see her? Where'd you see her?" And I was lying, saying I was at home.
The feeling of getting caught in a lie is such your insides, everything just sinks. Especially if it's a lie that's gonna mess up a situation you have going or like cause a breakup. I remember I got caught in a lie with Skylar, and I thought of this question because one of his best friends called me a couple days ago, and we're still cool. We don't talk all the time, but we're cool. I was talking to him on the phone, and he was telling me about something that Skylar told him. I was like, that is a lie. That is not why we broke up. So I told him like the things that led up to us breaking up. And one time Skylar and I used to share a cell phone plan. And my mom said from the jump, don't do that. That's just not smart.
It's not.
You know how your mom always be trying to put you on game and you don't listen? I don't know why we don't listen to our moms. I didn't listen. I was like, Mom, no, this is great. He had worked for Sprint and we had a great discount. Girl, it was a horrible idea. I met this other guy and I had been texting. There was no sexual cheat, but I was texting him. We were talking on the phone so much. One day, Skylar just decided to pull up our bill and like just look. I don't know why he got curious, but he got curious. He looked and he had already did all of his homework before he even called me to check me on the lie. So he already knew that I was going to lie. And when I lied, he already knew it was like a lie and had his fact sheet. He printed it out.
That's how you text somebody.
Bruh. I was like, he called me. He's like, so who have you been talking to? And I was like, I've been talking to Cinco. You remember my friend Cinco I used to hang with? He was like, I knew you were going to say Cinco because that's one of your guy friends. He was like, Dean, I already called him. He already called the number that, girl, I just sat there on the other end of the phone like,
so what did you say?
I started crying. When in doubt, just cry.
Yeah,
I just started crying. I was like, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm lonely. Girl.
Yeah, you're not. You keep going out.
Lying ass.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which TV character is an accurate representation of your life? Old or new? It doesn't have to be current.
That's a good question. Which TV character? Okay. Not to every detail, but it's a combination of two characters.
Okay.
Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City.
I knew it. Okay.
Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City without the money, even though in the show she thought she ain't had the money, but we all look at her Brooklyn apartment or wherever the fuck it was, and she had money. Her personality, but then a little bit of lately being Mary Jane. My luck with men lately has been like, I don't know. Like, you remember being Mary Jane? Like, she had these great.
I love that show.
Yeah, she had these great experiences with men, but like not the commitments that she always wanted. Like sometimes it was a little bit heartbreaking. Her life, you know what I mean? So I would say it's a healthy mix of those two.
Okay.
Okay. Kiki,
what?
have you ever knowingly been a side piece?
Yes.
You knew it from the jump. It wasn't a sneak up.
It was a sneak up. But
Okay.
then I knew and I didn't always leave as quickly as I should have.
I feel like when it's one of those scenarios, it's like, well, I'm already in it, bruh.
Yeah. Now I feel like shit. I've got a little piece of something. Too,
Yeah, you broke my heart too. We
you
both
lied. I didn't know. Okay. Next one. What's something that you do at least once a month that your parents would be surprised to find out about you? Don't choke on ice.
Oh man, we're being honest.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
Oh.
I don't do a lot of it, but I can honestly say it's at least once a month. Like I'll just be like, oh, give me a little bit. Yeah, they would be.
And I forgot I said once a month.
Yeah, they would be like, Medina, I'm so glad I got off live.
Oh yeah.
Best date you've ever planned?
Oh, this one's hard.
Is it? Mm-hmm. You got a whole boo now.
Honestly, he doesn't like for me to plan anything.
And you don't want to, obviously.
I mean, it's, well, sometimes, yeah, I would like to plan it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I suck. I don't know what the best thing is. Okay, wait, let me really think.
Listen, you ain't never planned one day.
I planned, but I'm trying to think of what the best thing that I've done, like what's something special, like, that really stands out. Mm-hmm. Like, I've picked a place to go eat or, like, an activity to go do, but I don't feel like that's special.
I mean, unless he had never been there before and you knew for a fact this was, like, something that was going to just knock his socks off.
That. It was really somewhere I wanted to go. And he didn't care. He didn't care. They never care. I don't know. I meet the same type of men, and nobody really cares about that stuff. And it's just, like, whatever you want to do.
Well, we're...
I don't know. We'll have to come back to that later because we don't have 20 minutes for me to think, and I'm a shitty person.
Okay, what's your favorite classic Disney movie? I'm curious to know.
Pocahontas.
Oh, really? I didn't strike you as a Pocahontas girl.
Pocahontas, and then second is Aladdin.
Those are good. Both brown.
I love Pocahontas. And oh yeah, they are both brown. And I used to be obsessed with Vanessa Williams, like I am Beyonce. And so she did a lot in the soundtrack. So Vanessa. I've also been obsessed with her husband since I was 5.
Are they still married?
No, well, her ex-husband. I don't think he's married at all. Hey, Rick. I'm not married either.
You've liked Rick Fox since high school. I remember.
I've liked him since I was literally 5 years old, and he played for the Lakers.
Wow.
Yeah, that is just, that's a handsome man. Later I'll have to show you. Well, it doesn't matter. All right, next question. What's the weirdest pet name a partner has ever given you? Or no, what's the weirdest pet name you've ever given a partner?
I don't really do weird pet names. I keep them at the basic ones.
Baby.
Babe. I'm a babe type of girl. I don't do the sweetie and the hun. I do babe. I don't really stray from babe. Everyone gets called babe.
That's easy.
Yeah,
you won't
babe.
fuck it up. When you try and put a little bit of their name in there, things get a little rocky.
Hey.
Think about somebody else. Oh God. Nothing I know about that. Okay, you have another one?
That was my last question.
Oh, okay.
You have one?
I think that was it. I thought I had 4 cards, but I guess I only picked 3, so no.
I like those little questions.
It's a hot seat. I had to remix them because the questions are really like, this game is really like for me to ask you a question that you have to answer about me. So would my parents be surprised to know that I do?
Our parents, we don't give them a hard time. My mom, oh Jesus.
At this point, I'm like, I wonder. I asked my mom one day. I said, "What would you do?" I said, "I have to tell you something. I want to keep it a secret, but I can't hold water." And this is on Instagram Live. And she was like, "What?" I said, "I'm getting married this weekend, and when we get back, I'll let you meet him."
My mom would have been known I was lying. She'd be like, "You're still driving a Nissan." What was all that shit you were talking?
Oh my God. My mom was like, well, okay then. And so I was like, that's all the reaction that you have. It wasn't like, Kira, what the fuck? Who are you talking about?
Yeah.
Or anything. And I'm like, okay, she knows I'm lying. She doesn't believe that. So I told my sister, what my sister said? Well, good. I know he's rich.
Look, Mallory said, look, I know my sister. I know my sibling.
You're getting married. Because I was like, would that surprise you? And I later had a conversation with my mom about it. She was like, honestly, Kiara, I don't know what goes on. So, I mean, everything would be a surprise, but it wouldn't be that much of a surprise. You do things and you're a sneaky girl. So, I could see you doing that. I was like, yeah, I'm getting older. And now I kind of just feel like maybe I can just go elope and then I'll have the wedding later. I don't need y'all standing up to object. I'm like, who is this man? Well, just know.
I don't know that man.
My sister knows me best.
I love it. Well, you guys, we know you're probably sick of hearing about the coronavirus. I went to a comedy show and all they talked about was the coronavirus, but we're going to try to put a little twist on it because look, when this shit got serious and I started realizing this is like a thing, we not about to work. First it said 2 weeks. My job sent an email out and said this might be 8 weeks. I was like, bruh.
8 weeks.
Bruh. I was like, there's no, like, this can't happen. But it really made me sit down in my studio apartment in Buckhead on the 17th floor
Medina.
On my patio. And just be like, are you prepared? And the answer was quickly no. And it's crazy because you should really just be prepared for the worst case scenario with certain situations, like the simple having toilet paper. You really should have an extra pack of toilet paper at all times in your bathroom. You should have water. You should have water.
You should definitely have soap, you dirty motherfucker.
You should have soap. And this ain't no judgment because some of the items, y'all, I ain't have them. I was starting to go through myself like, oh my gosh.
What?
I have soap. But if we were actually quarantined, let's say when this happened, they actually shut the city down. What would you really have? I didn't have no damn groceries.
I keep groceries, but I did go and buy extra. If you get hungry, you can come over. We've got plenty of food.
I didn't have gas.
I had just gotten gas before I heard about this, so that, yeah. And luckily the gas station is right here, but I did get gas. My tank is like almost full. I won't be going anywhere really, so that should be good. I had food, water. I had been trying to buy water for a while, but I saw everybody kept buying it up. I keep some liquor. I had to get some more wine.
That if the zombies come.
But seriously, I've been watching Outlander, as I told you, and I saw where, like, if shit happens and you have a wound, use alcohol. So
yeah, because that's what we gonna use it for.
Well, that's not what I'm gonna use it for, but that's what some of the shit could get used for. I need that more than I need lemonade.
True.
So, and the wine is for my everyday consumption. What else? Food that I started looking at the things that I spend my money on. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking in my closet at the whole Fashion Nova collection. And I'm like, when I look at that and I look at the money that I've saved, and then I'm like, I really don't want to ask this nigga for some more money, but I'm about to. Then I was like,
I asked Kim Kardashian for money yesterday.
I saw that on Instagram.
I'm so shocked at how many comments she gets and how many people actually saw it.
Well, because we follow you. So the people that you follow and that you interact with the most, that's who's going to be highlighted. Just like, you know, when it says 3 million people and X, Y, and Z liked it. That's why it's like that.
Bitch, I asked her.
I saw that. I said, why is Medina asking Kim Kardashian for cash apps?
Why not?
Did she send it?
No, she didn't. But I was like, what if she did? What if she did?
Yeah, I need to work on saving my money.
I need to work on saving
today. So
I need to work on just adulting in general and just like having stuff. I was really at the grocery store and I had to go back tomorrow. And I'm just praying that like they don't shut these goddamn grocery stores down. Like
I read somewhere that they're not going to shut them down. They will be having limited hours.
Okay. But yeah, I was really in the store with my mom. Like, Mom, what do I need? And she was like, well, you need to get a bag of beans. She was telling me all these things to get. But I was like, Mom, but I don't want to make no beans. She was like,
but they will keep.
Right. You sound like a slave, but they will keep.
They will. You need non-perishable food items.
Yeah.
I don't like canned goods either. There's probably a can of beans. I got beans, lentils, couscous, rice, plenty of rice.
I gotta have a redo. Yeah, I'm going back tomorrow with a redo and.
Good luck to you, man.
Thank you.
Because Uber Eats is going to shut down eventually, and I don't know what some of y'all are going to do. I think that's why there's been an influx of niggas calling me.
Have there?
And I'm just like, oh, what little moats did you crawl out of, sir? Mm-hmm. And why are you calling me? And why the fuck do you think I would be quarantined with you?
Well, see, I'm getting a lot of married men that are deciding to call me for the quarantine. And
to come be with their wife or to be away from their wife?
Like, they trying to sneak away. And I'm like, here's the deal. I don't know what happened to my team. And I also, yes, I do. But I used to be able to like replenish my team so easily and with a quickness. And I think that somehow you guys think that I have a boyfriend of some sort, and I don't. I am very single. I need to let you guys know that because it's real dry out here, and I'm not sure why. So I just wanted to. That was just a quick PSA for all you niggas. Just meet the requirements. Working from home.
Wait. What are the requirements? While we're putting your ad out there. You never know who could be listening. The views are going up.
You are right. And I have been really swiping on Bumble and Hinge. That's one thing the quarantine is doing.
Swiping?
Swipe out of boredom most of the time. I'm like, they have some lookers, especially in the white race. There's some cuties out there.
Okay. You say so. I haven't been on there in a while. Sometimes I want to get on there and just swipe. What's out there? Anything new?
Exercise that thumb. No, I'm just playing. Kiki's boyfriend. Don't exercise your thumb, Kiki.
Please don't be listening.
So are you working from home? Are you social distancing?
Well, I guess we could call it working from home. I woke up this morning and I did not go to work and I stayed home. I did call my boss from this chair and we went over a few things. I let him vent to me, cussing people out, cussing about people. It was very comical, but I did not laugh because I knew he was being serious. That man is just so funny to me. And I sent an email to emails all day. So I probably shouldn't have said that because I keep forgetting they've been watching. Whatever.
I probably shouldn't have said a couple things so far.
I have not, I haven't had much to do today, but it makes me nervous because this is a small business. It's not, we're an independent radio station. Like, my boss owns all of the stations. That's who I report to. There is no major, like, Intercom, iHeart, or any Captain Save-A-Ho to come in. So when I'm not seeing emails and I don't have anything to do, that makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we need the money to come in. We need these payments to come in because that's how this business survives. So I'm just like... Isn't
it crazy how real it got? At first we were like, and then you start to see how you're actually going to be affected.
I started getting nervous when I was hearing about the possibility that people may have to stay home. Get these lawsuits done.
Where the hell could you go? Where do we get that from? Where's that from?
That girl. If you can't go to Bella Noche.
If you can't go to Bella Noche, where the hell could you go?
It's upsetting me and my homegirl. That's going to be the name of the episode. Corona. It's upsetting me and my homegirl.
Bruh. Yeah, I was like, niggas better start getting laid. I'm looking at, I told you, I already called Nissan like, hey, look, can I get an extension on paying my car note? And they looked at me through the phone like, bitch, stop trying to get a free month. But why, though? Like, but why? Things that can be extended, I feel like plan for the future, just like America is planning right now and being like, don't go to work and stop everybody's payments and shit. Why can't I plan for my funds? Like,
I feel really sorry for like people who work, hairstylists, waitresses, bottle girls, the sex workers, strippers, any sort of entertainer that's not online.
Oh my gosh, DJs. I was thinking about DJs, how like you could be a poppin' ass DJ and hopefully you saved your money, but if all the parties stop and all the clubs close and people aren't having more than
Concerts
10
are shutting down.
You're really shit out of luck. It really makes you think, do I have a second source of income that
doesn't involve my vagina.
That doesn't involve my vagina or my hands.
Or feet.
Or looks. Like, what do you got? And right now, I don't know. We have cocktails, that's for sure.
Yeah, we do have that, and we're going to be busting out this.
Busting it wide open.
Ooh, it's getting scary. I'm like, we can't even get our live show off the ground. We were working on another event that we were supposed to meet about this week, but it's like shit shut down. But content is coming.
Why y'all social distancing? The scary thing to me about this...
I've been too close socially, honestly.
What?
The social distancing, I'm saying I've been too close to people.
I haven't. Well, no, I haven't. Maybe the weekend before when I went on that date. But like, for the most part, when the shit started getting real and I started feeling weird, I was like, I'm really not doing my
I had to stop listening to the news, so I got back to Atlanta after a while because I was like, okay, look.
But the scary thing about the social distancing is like, okay, you can already see it in people where it's like, which I get because there's a virus going around. Nobody wants to get it. Everyone wants to be clean. But like you thought niggas wasn't opening doors before this? You thought chivalry was dead before this? Oh, it's for real dead now. I was walking through my building the other day and the dude just looked at me like, and I couldn't even blame him because we're like, you don't know what's going on. I dropped some of my grocery cans in the middle of the street when I was walking out of Kroger. And this lady was like, excuse me, ma'am, you dropped this. And she just stood next to it and was like, and at first I thought I was like, you trying to be racist? Like, you don't want to touch but no. She was just looking at me like, you need to pick it up. Like, I'll stand here so it doesn't roll away and kick it with my foot, but like, you need to pick it up. And I'm like, wow, we're really about to be like I saw a human for the first time in person today when I was headed to you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone in my hallway. Like
I saw this girl, and then at first I got annoyed because of the way she rushed off the elevator. But then I was like, maybe she's just nervous. And so I gave her a pass because I don't know about you, but when I'm on the elevator and, if the doors are like more to one side than the other, whoever is on the side that the door is actually open at, let them go first. And then you trickle up. She just jumped over in front of me and scurried to her apartment. Okay, I'm trying to get inside. I don't want to be in here. I don't want to be breathing next to this girl. We're not 6 feet away or whatever the fuck you're supposed to do. And I was just like, well.
Yeah, social distancing scares me. It feels like a little bit of that is going to stick even after like this is done. I feel like people already enjoy too much not being around people. Does that make sense? Like,
no.
Like, your people are okay with saying happy birthday on Instagram or FaceTiming someone to say happy birthday. Like, I feel like I don't know. A part of me just makes it feel like I don't want. Me and Hannah were texting each other.
The Truman Show,
right?
People are in bubbles.
Yeah, and then everyone just gets so used. They're probably going to create some more technology because of this that even makes you have to social distance, and you don't even realize it. I don't know. It makes me feel a little bit lonely. I'm not going to lie. Like at first, the thought of being off of work for 2 weeks, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" But now I'm like, "But they gonna shut the city down?" And I live by myself with my dog. To me, it's like very lonely and borderline depressing.
I could see that. I feel like I'm always around people, or usually around people.
Mm-hmm.
Even like last night, I was here by myself. Raven wasn't here. Raven actually spends a lot of time with her boyfriend and like someone else. I know.
Is that where she just went?
Did she left?
I thought she. I saw her walking.
She may have. I don't know. She probably did, because I was like, "What are you having for dinner?" And she was like, "Whatever he cooks." And I was like, "Oh."
See, this is the worst time to not have a boyfriend. I'm sorry, all these single ladies. I know we normally uplift each other. This is the worst time to not have a boyfriend.
Well,
it's the worst. Niggas ain't hollering.
You know what? Well,
they not. They calling who they already got. Yeah, you not. This ain't the time when you gonna meet your new king. It's not. You about to go fall for the fuck boy.
I'm over here making horrible decisions. Mine isn't even here. He went out of town.
I hope you don't come back with it. Test his fever when he walks through the door.
He tried to get me to go. And I was like, I'm not going.
It's getting real. Was it out of the country?
No, not out of the country, just out of the state. I was like, no, because I don't know how long I'm going to get stuck there. And I know you don't have no food at your house. You eat out for every meal. Like, we always go to restaurants. And the few times he's tried to cook, it was disgusting. No. And then you left already. And he was like, well, do you want to fly here? You want to drive here? Like, what? You can come right now. No. He was like, well, I thought you were staying in Texas. That's not what I said. You don't listen. And he's annoying me. I feel like if we get stuck in a house together for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it ain't going to end pretty.
I have a man friend who's coming into town from Alabama. It is not Clarence Brown Jr., but a guy that I used to know in Miami, and he's just a friend, but we did kind of used to talk. He's coming, and he was like, "Can I stay with you?" I was like, "Fuck no!" I didn't say fuck no, but I was just like, "No, coronavirus ain't nobody staying. You can get a hotel, and we can go have dinner somewhere." But I'm a little excited about that. But
that might be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun. He's a cutie. He got tattoos. I miss tattoos.
I love tattoos. I like to look at them.
You know who's winning right now, though?
Which one of these is yours? This one?
Yeah. Drug dealers are winning right now.
Why do you say that?
Everyone who I've talked to, first of all, people I didn't even know that did drugs. Making
drugs.
sure that they just stocked up just in case this shit, when it shuts down. Like, drug dealers business is booming for you. Fucking, I mean, I got friends that are buying enough drugs.
They're buying what kind of drugs?
All the drugs. I mean, people are just stocking up because you really are going to be stuck in the house.
I wonder what that's going to do for like the legal drug industry too. Like California, Colorado, Illinois, where they can legally sell like weed and stuff.
Like, will they run out?
And like what happens to your harvest? Like, I guess everybody really,
not
just them, but
I'm telling you, the drug dealers and the people that whoever created disinfectants, they are like, I knew this was the right business. Like, I knew one day I was going. They are like, they're the only ones happy right now. They like, yeah. Wow, that is. I had on here, do you want to be quarantined alone or with someone? You obviously don't want to be with someone.
I don't mind somebody coming over, but I just feel like for instance, I'll have friends that come over and sometimes they stay for a really long time, and then both of us.
What's a really long time?
Just days and days.
How do people do that? Like, they just don't want to go home? Do they not?
And then one of my friends was like, "You're just too hospitable when we come over." Like,
they like being like taken care of. They're like, I can go to Kiki's and it's gonna
Kiki's gonna cook. She's got the hookah.
There's gonna be alcohol. We should have been smoking a hookah while y'all playing. We had a whole party right now.
I make the noise because I had the coals going because I thought I had 30 minutes before you got here. Then I was like, "Oh wait, we can fire it up later." I cleaned it out real good last night. But yeah, they just, and then I'll have drinks, wine, entertainment, and then it's
good host.
A big couch, so we all pass out there. Sometimes people wander into places like
they shouldn't be.
But it happens. But yeah, like I want them to come over and hang out. Like I definitely want to have a girls' night, and small gatherings. But I really thought about it, and then another guy called me. I didn't even date him, but we know each other, and he was trying.
You know each other through sex?
We did have sex, but I was just like, I don't want to hang out with you. He tried to get me to come over today, and he thought I was going to come over to his house, and I'm sure it's fabulous. Mm-hmm. I haven't been to this new residence, but I'm looking at the ceilings on the FaceTime. I'm like, I'm sure it's nice, but I don't want to be there with you. First of all, when's the last time that you talked to me? You don't know anything about what's going on in my life. I can't really be stuck at your house for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
So no. But yeah, I'd rather just be by myself. I think that maybe if I hadn't been arguing so much, I would feel differently, but it's just not a good time.
I feel like this would have been a great time for me to... You know, I have the whole policy about me not dealing with anybody who lives in my building.
Speak of the devil. Don't say anything because it has stopped the recording.
Wait, why?
Because somebody was calling. But I'll just do a new track. Hold on. Who was it? That was the nigga that's trying to get me to come over tonight. You whispering, who was that? Okay, Medina too. Hold on, y'all. And I can't stand niggas. I just can't. Okay, so anyway.
So I had my policy of not dealing with any of the guys or women that live in my building. And now I'm like thinking, dang, the one dude that I used to be flirting with, we see each other in the elevator smiling and shit, sent him that one little video. I'm like, dang, I wish I actually would have started something with him because at least he lives in the building and it's not like we're just in here together all day, every day. You can go home. I can go home. Like, dang, maybe I'll hit him up. Hey, big head.
A lot of people have been talking about like hooking up with people in their building. That way they don't have to go too far. They won't get stuck. I think it's very convenient.
It is convenient. Well, maybe I'll hit up one like that.
I haven't seen many cuties in here. I saw a cute man one time, maybe twice, 2 different ones, but I don't think they lived here.
I've been thinking about hitting up one leg base since his immune system isn't strong. He has one leg, and I wanted to hit him up to see if he needed anything. I wanted to have sex too, but I also just wanted to slide in there with like a, hey, do you need me to take you to the grocery store? Literally, all jokes aside, like he's sick, you know? So, but I deleted it every time. Just kept thinking about him asking me for that rental car.
Yeah. No, he's going to ask you to buy the groceries next.
Yeah.
Psh, please. So, grandparents.
That's on a whole serious note.
I called mine. So I don't know, but both my grandparents have all 3 of my grandparents have health issues. And that reminds me I need to call and check on one of them because one of them has like chronic bronchitis. She's a chain smoker.
Still? Oh, she's like, I don't care.
This is my dad's mom. And then my mom's parents, they have other health issues. They both have diabetes. My grandfather has had an open heart transplant since the podcast has been around because there was a time when I was gone for like 2 weeks. He has practically kidney failure at this point. He has to go to dialysis 5 days a week. So I called my grandma the other day and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be serious. If he goes to dialysis 5 days a week, how does that work? Like, is it safe for him to come and go? Luckily, they live in a small town. It's country as hell. It's not that many people. There's no, like, major traveling hub. I don't know. I talked to them last week about it, but she was like, they've put in different measures. Because I'm like, all the dialysis people are at risk. They are literally getting their blood pumped out of their body to get cleaned and put back in because their kidneys aren't working. That's what dialysis is if you're not, familiar. And so some people don't have to go as often as others. His kidney failure has gotten to the point where he has to go and he cannot miss a day. So I'm like, well, what the hell? Like, is it safe for him to go? Like, how do y'all feel there? Are people getting it in town? What's going on? So she was saying how they just have more policies. Like when you come in the building, it used to be, sometimes I would take him to dialysis if I was in town, and I would, he would forget some medicine, like his pill bag for the medicine, because he's there half of the day, like 7 a.m. to 12. And I'll go home, grab his pill bag, and I can just walk in like, hey, I'm here for Reverend Walker. And I bring his pill bag. I can sit and talk with him, and then I leave. And you see all the sick people in their little chairs. Now it's like they won't even open the door. They're checking temperatures. Nobody else can come in there. If he forgets his medicine,
that's that.
I don't know what their policy is, but my grandma said they've just been making sure that that doesn't happen. But they're checking their temperatures, checking for any of the symptoms before they come in. And if there are symptoms, I don't know what they do. I don't know if they send them to another center or what, but I'm like, I hope he doesn't ever have any of those symptoms, because what's going to happen? It makes me nervous.
Yeah. My grandmother doesn't, she has like high blood pressure. I think she has diabetes, but she has Alzheimer's also. Like the beginning phase is really sad. But for the most part, she is very healthy, but you're still it's just nerve wracking because she still goes to her little workout class. And it's just nerve wracking because it's obviously the older people can't fight it off. So I'm just like, dang.
It's scary. That makes me sad. And then the more I thought about them, and even like younger people who have like
HIV.
autoimmune.
I mean, I was listening to NPR this morning, and they were talking about people who have AIDS and HIV.
People, and I was like, HIV literally attacks your immune system. That's what it is. Any sort of autoimmune disease. I was talking to another friend, and his sister has one, and it's not just HIV that does that. Lots of different, there's lots of different conditions that people have that it does that, and it's just like, this is crazy.
This is great. I'm just waiting to wake up and see zombies walking down the street. I've been watching.
It does feel a little bird boxy right now, but I hope that there's no zombies. I mean,
I
people
started
are just
rewatching
dying.
The Walking Dead, and I was just like, bruh, could you just imagine? Like, we didn't expect this to happen. Could you imagine if the little, like, baby zombie just crept out of the CDC and started biting niggas, and then all of a sudden you walk outside to go take your trash out, and you just hear, and you're like, stop playing, nigga, and it's a whole zombie, and you got to figure out how to make it through the city. I'm waiting for it.
Okay, now I'm not waiting on that. Not from this. Now I could see something else happening. Because remember, years ago out here, they were talking about this flesh-eating bacteria.
I do.
In the Chattahoochee and one of those lakes, maybe Lake Lanier or something. I thought about that because that's kind of how zombies look to me, like this flesh-eating bacteria. But imagine people who maybe they have something eating at their brain. So they're not all the way there. They could be brain dead, or maybe they're not. Maybe they just lose their personality and they're just hanging on by a thread, and they are walking around like zombies, and it's something highly contagious. Zombies are just sounding a lot more real. Y'all don't call us crazy. We're just saying. It's a scary time. And again, the people who are looking for someone and don't have anybody, this is like the worst.
It's the worst.
Imagine if you didn't have any sex toys.
Oh my God. I'm so glad I graduated from that. Now I have a whole bowl of them.
I really need to get a little chest to put them
I don't
all
have that
in.
many.
I
got enough for a bowl. Yeah.
A bowl.
A little bowl.
Are they all small? Some of mine are kind of big. That's why. Like
one
long.
of them's big. The rest are about the same size.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can come up with new ideas.
Oh, I was like, what you talking about?
You have a lot of time on your hands. Even if
I can't wait to cook all the shit I'm about to cook.
you can come up with new recipes. I'm like, you can use this time to like learn new recipes, learn about yourself, meditate. If you've been wanting to do something and you've been saying you haven't had the time, now you literally have the time. That nigga that is not texting you back because he said he didn't have time, he just doesn't like you if he's still not texting you back. Obviously. That is a given now. Like,
you know what I want to learn how to do, which is something that is not in my best interest? I really want to get good at making bread. I bought a bunch of yeast. I was like, if shit gets real,
you need to talk to my dad.
I need some bread. I've got some yeast in there, and my mom, she likes making bread, but I don't have a bread maker. Does he make it without the bread maker? Just, oh, yeah.
My dad is like old school with the bread, but he makes the most amazing loaves of bread. Girl, he'll make like plain bread, so you can make like a sandwich with a little butter. He'll do little chocolate breads. He'll do like, I'll be like,
I gotta see what ingredients I have. I need a Corona bread. These are the ingredients that I have. I'm excited about the cooking part and having more time to cook. I won't feel tired. I have some big meals planned, so I'll have to invite people over for those, because some shit is like, if I was to make gumbo, for example, you can't make gumbo for one person. You
can't?
I mean, it's just like, how do you make it in a small portion just for one? If you're going to make it yourself, not get it out of a can. So it's like, okay, I need people to come over because I don't want to eat gumbo through the whole quarantine.
You want to share it, and just let me know when you make it.
I also need to exercise, but I've not done that yet. We're just going to pray about it.
I think they said that they're probably going to close our gym.
I think that they should, but I could do a workout in here. I've got a yoga mat somewhere and some weights somewhere.
I thought about, that was one of the things on my list, to start meditating more and try getting better at yoga, because I've tried to do yoga several times in my life.
I don't want to do yoga. I just need the mat because the floor is hard.
I want to do yoga and try to be good at it. I have found that doing yoga, it's hard. People that are actual like yogis, I'd be like, I commend you, because I can't do it. I can't focus.
My mind is all over the place.
I'd be like, this stretch is too hard. I'm not doing it no more. I keep looking at my phone, and I'm like, well, I'm looking at my phone because I'm watching the yoga video on my phone. It's okay to look at your phone, but it's not okay to look at your phone. Put that shit on do not disturb.
Walker told me to do yoga when I get stressed out. I'm like, what the fuck do you know about yoga? You're 4.
Kids are so beautiful. Zane told me the other day, he spent the night with me, and I said, Zane, I'm sad. He said, why are you sad, Dina? I said, Zane, because I want a man. And he was like, a man? I was like, kids really be talking to you. I was like, a man. I said, but Zane, I want him to have money. He said, Dina, it's not all about money.
Aww.
I almost started crying. He said, everybody doesn't have money. He's 3. I said, you're right. That's why I got issues. Let's watch these shark videos.
That's funny, because my nieces, they'll be like, did you find a rich boyfriend yet? Yes, girl, I did.
I've been doing good this whole time, not screaming and really keeping my volume down.
That's why I keep touching your mic. To turn it down. You have been doing good, because this is only you on this screen, so it's low. I just don't want it to peak too much. What else was on that list?
Get pregnant.
Ooh, hope not.
I was like, this gonna be theirs, because think about the people that are in new relationships during this time, and you just like, baby, come over. You fucking all day, every day. What's up? And you know they ain't using condoms. Niggas is getting pregnant.
Well, if you're anything like me, you take those pills and you double check and make sure you took those pills. Birth control pills.
Oh, I don't believe in birth control. Don't believe in it.
Why not? It exists.
I know. I mean, like, every time I tried to get on birth control, it made my body feel so foreign. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Honestly, I don't really like it, but it does give me a peace of mind at times.
Yeah.
Other times, like, I've taken lots of breaks. And I honestly think that my body is rejecting it at this point, or something. Maybe it's just the side effects, but it's like every time I switch a birth control, like I'll try it for 3 months, and it's like, I can't deal with the spotting in between. This is a problem. I want my pussy ate, and I'm not going to subject anybody to have to eat the blood. No, if you're okay with it, that's fine. But I don't like it. And that's a lot of tampons that I'm having to go through if I'm bleeding in between periods and having a period. That's disgusting. So I don't know if I just need to stop it altogether, but I'm also like, I don't want to. I like the peace of mind that it gives me. And the NuvaRing kept coming out. So there's that.
Getting to know your neighbors. Have you used this time to get to know your neighbors?
Hell no. I don't know those people.
My mom made a little note and sent it out gave it to the neighbors and let everybody know, like, if you need anything, if anybody doesn't have anyone home with them, or if you didn't get into it. My mom is so sweet. If you need, just on our street, like, if anybody needs anything, just know that we're here for you. And I was like,
oh, she did this for her own neighbor.
Her own neighborhood.
I thought she did this when she was visiting you for your neighbors. I was like, that was too friendly, because some of those people might be crazy.
Some of them people are. I had a stripper across the hall who was fighting in the hallway.
Oh, you told us about that.
But I did think about pinpointing some neighbors and be like, hey, if you need anything, or like a movie night buddy, I'm here.
That's a cute idea, but I don't know, because one of these bitches, and I don't know who it is, she has a dog, and she lets that dog pee and poop in the hallway, and I report you every time. I don't like it, but I'm not sure which apartment it is, so I snap pictures, and I send it to the office. I don't know who.
She just lets him out to use the bathroom.
Like, she'll be walking, and when the dog stops there, they'll pee, and she'll just wait. I've seen her let him poop. You need to go back to your apartment. It's somewhere on this first floor. You've got to go back to your apartment, and you need to get a bag and pick that up and throw it away. There's trash chutes. There's trash valet. There's no reason for you to be doing this. That's not nice.
Yeah, and I'm a dog owner. You can't be doing that. My dog doesn't like grass. She poops on the concrete. But I'm picking it up.
Right. That's what that... I feel like that is what you do. But, yeah, I don't know the neighbors. I don't really see many of them. Yeah. Oh, well, hopefully I won't be here that much longer. I need to be sitting in a penthouse in the sky.
I'm really yawning like I worked. I'll be on 3 times.
I worked so hard today. We'll blame it on vodka.
Yeah, and then I think it's funny how like we all working from home. Ain't nobody getting dressed. I was in my pajamas all day.
I'm looking like Eazy-E. And oh well, I tried to slap on a little foundation, but I really just want to do a face mask tonight.
Yeah, I slapped a little bit on for the recording.
I've been hearing people talk about investing. I wish I had more money like saved up, because I just know that this is the time, from what the people are saying, to invest, not only invest in stocks, but to invest in real estate. And I'm just like, I mean, all the Fashion Nova wasn't going to be a down payment, so that doesn't matter. But I'm just like, what do I need to do?
What do I need to do?
What do I need to say? Are there any tips out there? My credit score has been steadily climbing, so I'm happy for that. I've been making more money. I've been getting more money. I won't say I've made it, but money comes to me freely and in abundance. I haven't been saying it these past couple of days, and I need to get back on it, because it does
what
work.
it is. Money comes to me freely and in abundance.
Exactly. And it does, and you have to say it and believe it. It's just like manifesting or, anything else, and just speaking positive things into your life. I need to speak more of that. Weight loss, sanity, because I feel like I may lose it someday.
And a
that
lot of people are coming out of this quarantine chubby. I'm telling y'all that right now. It's going to be me.
I'm gonna be chubbier.
I have been eating like a baby rhinoceros. Like,
You've been eating, girl.
I've just been eating, just like snacking on stuff. The other day I ate a cup of noodles, made some tuna salad that was good as shit. I made really good tuna. Made some tuna. Then I made some fettuccine Alfredo with it was very good. Chunks of tomatoes. I put some shrimp in it. I was like, Medina, have you ever felt like you were pregnant, but you know for a fact you're not pregnant unless Jesus Christ himself like popped a whole baby in you?
Yeah, it's like,
you're just
impossible.
You be feeling your belly like a baby's in there. It's like, no, bitch.
It might look like it, but it's empty. Ain't nothing in here but cysts, fibroids, and fat.
I gotta get my life together. I don't do this. This is not my life. I was like, hold up.
Well, maybe you'll get tired of it after a while and then make a change. I was like, this is the perfect time for me to do 30-day shred with Jillian Michaels' bitch ass. That program really does work, and it's not long. But who knows what I'll actually do. I'm probably not doing... I won't even say that. I won't put that out there. I'm going to get it together one day. It just wasn't today. It won't be tomorrow, but maybe, Thursday is a better day for us. I'm not really sure.
Y'all stay strong in this quarantine. Stay strong, stay cute, stay healthy.
When you have your cocktails, I was serious. Send us those Corona cocktails. I want to hear them. I want to know what y'all are doing. And are you trying new things because you're getting super bored? Are you fighting with your bae because y'all are sick of each other and then you're having passionate makeup sex, or you stabbed him? Whatever may happen, send it in to us. cocktails@atl@gmail.com. I appreciate it.
I do too, because I can't wait to hear the stories. And now I guess we could move on to Indecisive Diane.
Okay.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Situations. What financially smart date ideas do you have for us, girl?
Hey ladies, it's me, Indecisive Diane. And let me tell you, here's the deal. I've been quarantined with my sister Magda, and I don't know what to do. But here's the deal. I want you guys to get your mans or your side piece, whoever.
And do what, Diane?
Have a game night. Literally, this is the chance for all of you people to get to know who you around. You know, spend some quality time with your loved ones. Don't go out to dinner because you shouldn't because of the virus. Stay in the house, play some board games, maybe Heads Up, whatever. Have some cocktails, make some cocktails, send them to the ladies, and just have a good old-fashioned game night.
You know what, Diane? That's a good idea. Just chill inside. Social distancing is a thing right now.
Yes, it is, ladies. Be safe, be strong, be smart.
Okay, girl, bye.
Bye, ladies.
Social distance. Is that still your first drink? Oh. So moving on to advice, I have one pulled up. And the subject says SOS Threesome 101, 2 pros, 1 rookie. What should I do? Please read. All right, girl. It was not my intention for this to be so long when I began typing. Oh, girl, this is not even long compared to what's normally long. I'm sorry. I hope you guys can still help me. Hey, you guys. You can call me Sam. I discovered your podcast a few months back, and I stan. You guys give me the confidence to go out into this cold, cold world and demand what I want without any exceptions. I'm 25 years old. I wish I was like that at 25. And I've decided after one too many failed relationships to take time discovering what I really like in the bedroom. In other words, a bitch been masturbating like there's no tomorrow. Recently, a guy from my past, let's call him Peter, reached out to me. We met up for lunch to catch up, and to make a long story short, we ended up back at his house, and I may have given up the cookie. It had been so long since I felt a man's touch, and I still find him attractive, even though he's an unapologetic narcissist. That's another story for another time. Anyways, fast forward to a few hours later, I get a phone call. It's Peter. He tells me how good my pussy is, as if I don't already know that, but I try to stay humble. And he tells me that next time he wants to get real freaky with me. Freaky? I asked in my Soulja Boy Breakfast Club voice. I don't know that voice. Do you?
Yes.
What is it?
Freaky? Remember when he was like, Drake?
He said, yeah, I want to fuck on you with this girl I know. She's beautiful, and you'll like the feeling of us both licking on your pussy and your titties at the same time. Now, I've never had a threesome. I've always felt like I was the type to get jealous and leave if my boyfriend favored the other girl over me. However, Peter is not my nigga. Yeah, we had a romantic history, but it's been damn near a year since things ended. We were on the phone for all of 10 minutes, and this nigga was not letting up the idea. My question is, should I go through with it? He really did pique my curiosity. 2 people licking on my pussy at once? Like, is that even possible? But I also don't want to agree to it and then go make a complete fool of myself because I don't like it, or I do or say something that fucks up the vibe. Help a sister out. Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Sending love and light. Sent from my iPhone. I think you should do it.
Well, I think if you got doubts about a threesome, don't show up being shy.
Facts.
Because you need to be ready. I don't know. You need to have a conversation with yourself. What's the problem?
She doesn't know if she wants to do it because she doesn't want to make a complete fool of herself. She doesn't want to say something that fucks up the vibe. And
just be quiet.
She's
Only
nervous.
give compliments. Just give compliments. Not too many. But if you don't give a ton of critiques, you won't say anything too embarrassing. You can compliment the other girl. You can compliment him. And other than that, just tell him how you like it and shut up.
Another suggestion. I actually did this recently. with a couple that wanted to have a threesome, and they're actually married. It's not no dating shit. And so it was the thing of like, I don't want there to be, I felt a vibe, not a bad vibe, but just a vibe of I didn't want anything to get messed up. So what I did was like, y'all, let's have like a date night. So we all hung out, we had drinks. It wasn't like we walked into it and it was like, let's all fuck. Because obviously someone you don't feel all that comfortable. So why don't y'all hang out and then everybody see how the vibe is. Y'all sleep on it, think about it, and then come back another day and try it again. That's another option too. A little slower. Sounds like you need a little slow pace. See how you connect with the girl. You might not vibe with her. You might hang out and you're like, you know what, I'm glad I didn't have the threesome. So you let us know what you do.
Yeah. Send it in a cocktail because I want to know. I like threesomes.
I like threesomes too. I think it's so much fun. Another option you could do is, which I have done before, is let them know you're nervous. I've never done this before. Make it a flirty thing. I've never done this before. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, next letter. Should I serve him this stale cookie?
Ooh, why is it stale?
We about to find out. I lost my virginity, doggy style.
That's how you lost it?
At 21 to a nerdy fuckboy I had been infatuated with since freshman year of college. Let's call him Lance. Since then, I'd had sex with Lance only 2 more times. It didn't last long at all and wasn't fulfilling, but I loved his trifling ass, so I was just happy to finally be intimate with him in the first place. So here's my dilemma. There's another guy who I went to college with who's fine. We'll call him Harper. Girl, are you getting these names from being Mary Jane? Oh yes, the best man. Okay. He wanted to talk to me at one point, but as I mentioned earlier, I spent all 4 years of undergrad following Lance like I was his shadow, so I didn't pay Harper or any guy any attention. Fast forward to now. I'm 22 and haven't had sex since last semester when I had boring sex with Lance's musty ass. Damn, he musty too. Okay, I decided that I'm going to Atlanta for my birthday weekend. I was going to go with friends initially, but they're flaky, so I decided that I'd kick those bitches to the curb and finally get the peen I deserve. I made a post on Facebook asking if anyone wanted to go on a vacation with me for my birthday. I made the post private so that only Harper could see. Oh, damn. I made the post private so that only Harper could see in an attempt to lure him in. And as expected, it worked and he wants to come. Harper is sexually experienced and I just know he can slang some dick. But with me only having had sex 3 times in doggy and missionary with a Minuteman, I don't see myself being up to par. Did I mess up and put myself in a position to be embarrassed? I don't know how to ride or suck dick, and Harper and I don't know each other at all aside from a few short encounters back in college. If we end up going together, I know for a fact we're fucking, but how do I not make this awkward with my lack of experience? I just want some dick the whole weekend, but I don't need his fantasy of me being tarnished with whack puss. Should I tell him not to come anymore before he books his flight? Please help. Sincerely, a squirrel trying to finally bust a nut. Here's a pic of me because that seems to be a trend. My grab photos were the last night's pics that I took. I think that
she's cute.
She is. This letter is a lot like that one where they're nervous. I think you should tell him that you don't have a lot of experience. You might even tell him, listen, I just want to be really honest with you. I do want to have sex with you on this trip. I want that to be clear. It's my birthday. I'm trying to finally bust a nut. But I am inexperienced. And the man that I had sex with, you don't have to say who it is. But just be like, the dude I was having sex with before, it was very basic. I'm not that experienced, but I'm hoping you can teach me. You got to let your voice drop when you say that part. I'm hoping you can teach me. And then bite your lip or something. Yeah.
Because here's the thing, sis.
Then he's going to like that.
He's going to like that. And men like feeling like they're in control. Yeah, like they're in control. They're teaching you something, even though you might start to get into it and really not even know what you were capable of because he might bring something else out of you. I say do the flirty thing and be
do it. This is going to be a good vacation.
That's going to be a good vacation.
And then Two, if he knows that you've only been with this one other person, you don't have a ton of experience, he might be nervous. Two, he could be feeling like you, like, no matter how many experiences he's had, I'm sure sometimes with certain girls, dudes get nervous and they want to make sure that they, especially if they have a good reputation already, because it sounds like he may have had one at your school, but he has his reputation for being experienced, so you expect him to show up and show out, and he may be nervous, like, what if I don't? And if he knows that you're inexperienced, you're willing to learn, and he's willing to please, this sounds like a great time.
This does.
A nigga once told me,
what did he say?
I started to say something that was going to be too revealing. I'm trying to choose my words lightly. But he tried to tell me that basically he taught me everything I know.
I remember the man who taught me everything I know, most things that I know.
I think that he's right, but I didn't want to let him have it in that moment. He was like, I basically taught you everything that you know. And I was like, what you mean? And he was like, I'm talking about like sex, like everything, like how long have I known you? And I was like, you know what? Don't be taking all the credit, but you're right.
Girl, make sure you don't have this conversation through a text, though. Talk on the phone, FaceTime. Yeah, because that'll even make it even more flirty. Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Be a little shy.
Oh, this gonna be a good flight might be canceled, though.
I wonder when your birthday is. When did she send this? Oh, well, she just sent it over the weekend.
I know her flight might be canceled.
No, I'm saying if her birthday is far. She didn't say when it was.
Oh. Okay, let us know, girl.
I hope. Yeah, because it might be canceled. Might have a corona baby. Corona Lachey. Have you seen the virus? Get your ass back inside and stop fucking with these people.
People make everything hilarious.
We are creative.
We really are.
That coronavirus song with Cardi B. Coronavirus.
It's a real song. Like, it really sounds like something they gonna be playing.
I know my station is probably playing it because we played that greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, hog maws, you name it, from Thanksgiving a few years ago. That was in the rotation. So put your Corona songs out. Okay.
You guys.
I got another.
Oh, you have another advice? Okay.
This one says, I made a baby on my brother's wedding night.
Oh, you're selfish.
Hey, ladies, love the show, but that's obvious because I'm writing in for advice. So let me get right into it. I done got myself into some shit. My brother recently got married after being with his girlfriend for 9 years. I planned the entire reception and was in a celebratory mood now that the wedding planning stresses were over. I'm sure you can relate.
Lord.
I had an edible. Ooh. And lots of whiskey and champagne. Oh, girl, I know what's about to happen here. And was on my worst behavior. Now my brother has a group of friends who have all vowed that little sisters are off limits. But as you know, with men, there's always a weak one in the bunch.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm. I've always had a crush on one of my brother's friends, but he respected the boundaries, so I always kept him in the category of being just that dude that's friends with my brother. Until the night of the wedding. Somehow I ended up being extra bold and inviting him back to my hotel room, and lo and behold, he showed up. Weak ass. Next thing I knew, she put that in there. That wasn't even me. Next thing I knew, one thing led to another, and we are full-blown fucking. I'm talking nasty freaker neighbors know my name, straight fucking. Fast forward, I'm now 3 weeks pregnant, waiting for my scheduled abortion. Oh, Father, forgive me. Oh, did I mention that a week after we fucked, he told me how he wanted to build this secret friendship with me now, but didn't want my brother to know out of respect? Rolls eyes. Oh, did I forget to mention that a few days after that, he tells me that he's married with a 9-year-old daughter, but his wife is in the military stationed in Kuwait? Now y'all see how I'm in some shit. The problem is, Dick is so bomb, and he doesn't really love his wife. I hope you're watching this on YouTube, sister girl, and if you're not, please stop and go to the YouTube. Do I keep getting dick since I have no intentions of catching feelings? You caught them already.
She already had the abortion.
Well, she's waiting. She's now 3 weeks, and she's waiting for her scheduled abortion. She has one scheduled. Hopefully they open.
Oh, you're right.
Because she just sent this email yesterday.
But she's saying she does want to still fuck with him.
She's asking about that. And then what else does she say? Do I keep getting dick since I have no intentions of catching feelings, or do I cut things off because marriage is marriage? P.S. I'm one of those people always shouting for a DC live show. Well, that doesn't matter. Okay, can't wait to meet you ladies in person. Stay corona free.
Bitch, you stay corona free. You got to be in the clinic.
If they're open. I'm just wondering. No, I don't think you should fuck him.
I honestly don't either. I don't even have a reason.
Not even about the marriage.
I feel like this
is gonna be
alone,
some mess. This is some mess.
It's
girl.
mess already. You're literally waiting for your abortion clinic date. I don't think he's going with you, and I really wonder, is he even going to help you fund this? He should be paying for all of it, because that's just how I believe.
Hopefully you have insurance and you don't have to worry about it, but still get that money, sis.
And I still feel like in situations like this, even if you do have insurance and you don't have to pay for it, I feel like the man, even if we're not going to be together, that is a traumatic experience. Even if you know you don't want the baby, I feel like a man, even if you don't want to be with me, you should still check on me and be like, are you good? It
is like, I've not had one, but just thinking about it and seeing like people close to me who have gone through that is a real thing. Besides what it does physically, like the mentally,
you need somebody there for you physically.
But I mean, besides whatever you go through physically, you do need somebody to be there with you for the mental part of it. Because some people have had them, or they've gone to do them and they thought that they were good, and then they can't do it anymore. That is a lie.
I say don't fuck with him. It would be different if he was sweet and here for you through the situation. And if he is and you just left that out, which I doubt you would leave that out.
No, she would have included that.
If he is, then cool, fuck with him. But if he's not, let him go. Let that man go. There's so many men out here. I mean, not right now because it's Corona season, but they coming back and they going to be ready to smash that pussy and suck our clits.
They sure will. Okay, now it is time for us to move on to cocktails. Remember, advice goes to askcocktails@gmail.com, and the cocktails go to cocktails.atl@gmail.com. So, do you have one up, or are you going to tell a fresh one? You got some sex over the weekend, or last weekend, or 2018 to now?
I haven't had sex in a long time. It's really not fair. It's been like a month, I think.
Seriously?
I think so, yeah. Somebody ate my booty, but that don't count. I'm talking about actual
like,
all the way sex, yeah.
This.
Yeah, like this. I'm dealing with a nigga that they're really like just chowing down on my asshole. So I'm just gonna read one.
Okay.
But if you ain't got a buck, I won't cover. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Want a double D, so stuck. Back to the point. Is it some cash in this place? If it is, I'll probably stick the sass in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
She says, hey, love the show. I don't have a lot of single friends now that I did the whole husband and kids thing. So y'all are the girl talk that I crave. You're welcome, girl. She was so honest.
Girl, she was. I did the whole husband and kids thing.
Okay. So before I settled down, I was living no regrets. I was in college, barely had money to eat, but that tummy was tight and a bitch was looking right. I had this on and off thing with this 6'4", light-skinned, green-eyed, sculpted and chiseled to perfection fuckboy attached to that devil dick. He wasn't shit, but worth the memories. So we started talking again after 2 months sabbatical from fucking because I discovered some true fuckboy shit. And a bitch had to get her head straight and stop calling off from work to lay up all day with the nigga who wasn't bringing nothing but drama and some 99-cent swishers for some green I bought.
Oh, hell no.
Girl, you really telling on yourself. But I was young and he was fine. So one day we're texting, it's 10 a.m. and he says some freaky shit about how he likes when I take control and tell a nigga to shut up, strip, and sit on his face. I hadn't forgot about my latest discovery that sent me over the edge, but I was young, dumb, and you know the rest. So obviously we began getting more and more detailed on the nasty shit we wanted to do and how we were going to ravage each other on sight. I love doing that. But then I had an idea. I told him to meet me at the club, but don't approach me. Only I could start our interaction. I get home, pulled out my freakum dress, fuck meat pumps, and come get me lashes. I was truly feeling myself. I catch a cab to the club about 40 minutes after I told him to meet me. for a dramatic entrance. And you know, a bitch be late everywhere. I see him first. He's at the bar and decided to just watch for a minute. I see him casually flirting, giggling, and light touches, and something in me ignites. Suddenly, I feel so competitive, but not in a cute way. It was like a movie. I started flashing through all the fuck shit he dragged me through, borrowing my car, smoking up all my green, putting it down, saying I love you, making future plans, then surprise, I find out he has a whole pregnant wife at home. I'm so confused how we got here. I thought we were in the club role playing. Okay. After he told me he was just in school, come to find out he's taking a class. And he's 32, not 23. Was his name Calvin? Mm-hmm. So as I'm having this collage of fuckery flash before my eyes, I guess my freakum dress wasn't doing its job because a beautiful couple approached me. We'll call them Lala and Dee. They said they couldn't stop staring and offered me a drink to get to know me better. 2 hours and 2 bottles later, Lala and I are smashed. Pretty Ricky grinding on the dance floor, putting on a show. The three of us rubbing, touching, lightly kissing, fueled by tequila and passion. I've been staring down my fuckboy the entire time. Okay, so he's there, locking eyes, making sure he could see me, but shooing him away each time he attempted to approach me. After about 30 minutes before last call, I'm officially down for whatever with Lala and Dee. I asked them, what's the plan? They slide me their number and asked me to meet them at their hotel. Bet. Then I realized I have no money, no car, and no way to get there. Then, through my tequila haze, I remember fuckboy. I walk up behind my fuckboy and slide one hand on his chest and the other in his pocket, just tickling his thigh as I whispered in his ear, you see how bad these other niggas want it? Take me home and unwrap your gift. I felt him stiffen up immediately as he said, I knew you wouldn't leave without daddy. I giggled, we leave. It's 3 a.m. We're in the car on the way to Fuckboy's house. I'm texting Lala and Dee. They hit me with the address and I asked Fuckboy to whip me over there to grab some more green for us to chill out. We pull up on the hotel and he's looking suspicious. I smirk at him and say, you know, this might take a while. Why don't you go ahead and I'll meet you at the crib? He's like, he looks at me, obviously losing his patience, and says, what, you really about to do that? I looked at him and summoned. Oh, maybe she meant summoned. I looked at him and summoned all the confidence of the queen bee herself and said, you know, Keisha, your wife? Ooh. Well, her and Junior told me you'd be cool dropping me off to fuck my new friends. Crickets. He was stuck. So I smiled and proceeded to my dick appointment. I get upstairs, we take a shot and get to sucking. It was everything. They had been together for 15 years, so I was just their play toy. Their confidence in each other was so sexy. Nothing was off limits. At one point, Lala tapped out and asked me to finish her man off for her. I said, yes, mistress, and proceeded to take my directions. She called out. She directed him to pick me up and fuck me against the wall as she and I held fierce eye contact while she finished herself off. He puts me down and asks me where to finish. I say, all over my face, Big D, please. I don't remember leaving, but I woke up in my own bed. As I showered that morning, I couldn't help but smile as I thought of that night. I'm not exactly proud of my behavior, but I'm not sure if it was just the experience or the petty buildup, but I think about that night at least once a week. Love you guys, the petty unicorn.
Okay, petty Betty.
That was petty. You done left the nigga, made him stay and watch you, and then didn't have no money, so he had to take you.
How dramatic. Okay. Last cocktail of the night, unless you're a patron.
Premium top shelf.
I sure hope I get this edited tomorrow so I'm not lying. But we're just going to hope that somebody has my back. All right. Hello, ladies. First things first. Please keep me anonymous. We know. Okay. Thank you for the show and your platform. I literally live vicariously through your stories in my brain as I'm 40 years old and miss my whole hoe phase. Okay, so here goes. Oh, damn. Okay. About a year and a half ago, my ex from high school, who I've always kept in touch with, and his family wife, who he thinks looks like me, and their 2 kids, moved to the city I live in now. In casual conversation, he tells me where he works. I'm like, oh shit, that's like 3 miles from my office. What the fuck? So we meet for lunch every now and then. Just catching up. He goes on to tell me how his wife thinks I'm fine. I know where this is going. His wife thinks I'm fine and she wants to meet because she's heard so much about me. I'm like, oh, really? Okay, no biggie. She's new to the city. I don't mind kicking it with her. We're grown and I'm married with 2 kids. I know. So anyway, she and I hang a few times. We text often, nothing too heavy. He asked me if I've ever had a threesome before. I told him I haven't, but I've always wanted to try it. But I know my opportunity has passed as my husband is very old-fashioned and is a bit older than me. I don't think he would be down. He's mad homophobic. So anyway, fast forward to today. They are both off work and live 20 minutes away from my office. I text him and was like, oh, I thought that's it, 28 minutes. Okay, I texted him and was like, okay, I can be there in 20 minutes. Give you 20 minutes, and then I got to get back to work. So I go. She opens the door and is surprised because he didn't tell her I was coming over. I immediately took off my heels and cardigan.
Cardigan, not the cardigan.
Right. Heels and cardigan. She leans in to kiss me. OMG, she's so pretty and her skin is so soft. He's laying on the bed watching. She reaches up my midi skirt and slides my panties down and eats my pussy better than most men I've been with. Oh yeah, he says she used to be a lesbian. LOL, he leans in, pulls my titties out of my shirt. I'm like, fuck this. I raise my hips and slide my skirt completely off and pulls my shirt over my head and to take it off, and he unsnaps my bra. I'm thinking shit, I only have 20 minutes. We're gonna make it worth every second. LOL. So anyway, back to the action. I pull him over me and slide his long, thick, veiny chocolate dick into my warm, wet mouth. God damn, I love sucking dick. And my pussy is dripping wet from her eating me out and fingering me at the same time. We're in the same position for a few minutes. Then I switch spots. He pushes my legs back as far as they'll go and hold them wide open as he strokes my pussy just the way I like. Y'all, I'm fucking tearing up, moaning and shit. She's kissing me and sucking my nipples. OMG, she's so passionate, just like me. I was on a high. And I forgot to take my She Orgasms pills. LOL. SMH, he then pulls out, flips my size 12, thicker than a Snicker ass over, and makes me arch my back so I can toot this big round booty up. She lays next to me. I scooted her over and slid my hand up her t-shirt dress. She ain't have no panties on. I put my face between her legs and start eating her pussy like they do in lesbian porn. OMG, y'all, I fucking loved it. Her pussy was beautiful. I put my thumb in it. I moved in and out. Your thumb, okay. And had lots of nipple play and sucking. Her titties are so pretty and full of perky nipples. So pretty and full and perky nipples. This was definitely like something out of the movies. She and I both came. We laughed and I was like, y'all, I gotta get back to work. My 20 minutes is up. LOL. I went to the restroom to clean up real quick. They were like, welcome to our world. I left and was back to work 20 minutes later. Please don't judge me because I'm married. Oh, I missed that part. I had to try at least.
Oh, yeah, remember she said because he doesn't want to have a threesome. He's a little bit older.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. Okay, I had to try it at least once, and it was all I imagined it would be. I know this was long, but I had to give all the deets. Now my fucking pussy is dripping fucking wet. Let me run to the restroom and rub one out so I can focus the rest of the day here at work. Of course, I've attached my pic. Thanks, y'all.
She got her cardigan on and everything.
Yeah, this must have been the day.
Girl,
I wouldn't have guessed she was 40.
Me neither. This is like threesome season. All right,
it sure is.
Y'all getting that quarantine.
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 Well, guys,
we hope that you stay strong in this struggle. Make the best of it. Make some cocktails, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Suck
a little dick. Stay safe as you possibly can. Hopefully your immune system is strong. Just go back home after you suck it.
Yeah.
And rinse your mouth out with Listerine.
Mm-hmm.
And call it a day. Also remember to subscribe to us on Patreon, patreon.com/cocktails. If you look at the different levels, it'll tell you what it is. I know for sure whatever I'm sharing is not going to be on the $3 level.
She has a video and she's going to play the sounds. I seen it.
And Medina, she shared some things. She's got some premium cocktails that she may want to share soon. I don't know, but she's already recorded a bunch of material that'll come out first. So we'll see. And we got something that we're going to work on if we don't fall asleep.
Yeah, we don't fall asleep. Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you follow us, guys, on Instagram. We're at Cocktails Podcast. I am at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean.
And until next week, you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.